Don't miss the SFL podcast every Saturday night at 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern on Twitch before the league's weekend slate gets kicked.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Sioux Falls, South Dakota, where the snow is falling, the flurries are flying. It's 26 degrees and snowing here at Liberty Park, where the Oklahoma City Renegades are here to take on the Sioux Falls Sparrows. I'm Andy Hamilton, welcoming you up to our broadcast position. This is the SFL, brought to you by APM Music. Winds are 12 miles per hour southwest. Sioux Falls is 1-0, Oklahoma City is 0-1, and we are ready for a great day of SFL action in Week 2. Sioux Falls in black, Oklahoma City in white. The Renegades choose heads. The coin toss is up, and we will see who will start out on offense. The Sparrows will kick, Renegades will receive it, and their pass-heavy offense will come out onto the field. Some keys to the game this week. Sioux Falls is pretty good at stopping the run, as are both teams. Can the Oklahoma City Renegades get donk bonkers going? Can the QB stay clean in this game? And both teams need to perform on third down. The kick is away. We're underway at Liberty Park. It is received and brought out across the 22, the 29, and that is where the Renegades will set up offense. Let's go through and welcome the Renegades offense to the field. Starting at quarterback, it's number 19, Deacon Nickens. The receivers are number 11, Stephen Bush, number 17, Deezer Powell, as well as the two tight ends, number 81, Jalen Hurt, and number 89, Tiberius Bovine. They've been doing it in this league for a while, and they are ready to get going. Deacon Nickens, the rookie, is the quarterback who leads them against this Sioux Falls Sparrows defense. The first play is a handoff to Bunkers, and he's shut down in the backfield, dropped for a loss of 1. That was number 96, Marcellus Morton, who got in and caused the tackle for loss. So the Sparrows starting out good on first down. The Sparrows only gave up 39 rush yards last week in their opening game. They're going to look to continue that. Donk Bonkers only had 55 rushing yards for himself in last week's game. He's going to try and improve upon that number and help the Renegades towards their first win of this Season 10. They'll give it to Bonkers again on the left side. He's got some room, and he's going to pick up a good 5 yards there to make it 3rd and 6. A nice carry for Donk Bonkers on second down. Third and 6, 9:58 left. Nickens checks down, bobbled and incomplete. That one was almost picked off. Nick Fargo batted it away, so a deflection for Nick Fargo. He had an interception last week, unable to get his hands on that one off the tip ball, and the first drive for the Renegades stalls. Nickens was 32 for 56 last week, 322 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions. He's 0 for 1 today, as the Renegades drive stalls out, and they will kick it away to Sioux Falls. Snap back. Sioux Falls will protect the return man. The kick is good. 4 seconds of hang time. Return will come out to the 29, and that is where the Sparrows will start off offense. Michael Moore was the one on the short return. So Julian Tyree will lead the Sparrows into the fold. He had 3 interceptions last week. When I spoke to Jason McGee about the game on Discord, he said the offense needs to have no drops. That really was where their turnovers came from last week. And so they will look to limit what Tyree has to force in this game. In the snow, it's going to be a little more difficult, as the first pitch is going to go to Robert Redford, and he's able to pick up 2. Let's introduce you to the Sparrow offense. Number 10 is Julian Tyree, the quarterback. Number 11, Sean Harrelson, the wide receiver. Number 15 is A.J. Warren, the wide receiver, as well as the halfback is number 28, Robert Redford, and number 88, Michael Moore, is the receiver on the other side. So 3 receivers, 1 halfback to work with Julian Tyree on the offensive side of the ball. They will face a 2nd and 8 here with 9 minutes to play. That handoff is going nowhere. Dropped back for a loss of 4. Is that 4 or 3? 3, I believe it actually is. Robert Redford, 36 carries, 131 yards, and 1 touchdown last week, is going to have to do better this week in order to put the Sparrows in a position with this weather that they can play. On 3rd and 11, Tyree fires across the middle, incomplete. He was looking for number 88, Michael Moore, and was unable to find him. So that'll bring up a 4th down. Both drives stall, and on 4th down, the Sparrows will punt it away to the Renegades, whose first drive stalled out after Donk Bonkers couldn't get too many yards, and Deacon Nickens could not connect on a pass that was nearly picked off. The snap is back, the punt is away, and the Renegades regain possession. Driving towards midfield, they'll get wrestled down at the 44. A solid return there from number 17, that's Deezer Powell. And from the 44, the Renegades will set up shop. On the first drive, it was really the Donk Bonkers show. 2 carries, 4 yards. That's a 2-yard average. And Nickens went 0 for 1. So far, not the production they'd like to see out of the Deacon himself. And on 1st and 10, they're going to line up with 2 receivers to the outside. Nickens looking to throw, fires right side on a corner route. That one's picked off. It's number 25, Nick Pop. Nick Pop was not one of the ones who had the interceptions last week. It was Dodd and Fargo. Pop gets in on the fun in week 2, picking off Deacon Nickens. That's just a corner route there. He was looking to try and hit Stephen Bush, and Nick Pop reads it beautifully, sticks with his man, and jumps in front of it, and Sioux Falls takes back over with some pretty good field position at their own 32. Robert Redford, 2 attempts, -1 yards. Tyree 0 for 1, so a very struggling drive the first time the Sparrows had the ball. They will give it, fake it to Redford, toss, backside, caught. That is a first down catch and run, and I believe that is Benny Beasley, the tight end. Excuse me, I'm wrong. It's Sean Harrelson out of the right side of the formation, ran an out route, and he is able to pick up some good yardage. I believe that was good for 11. Nice carry by Harrelson, who comes over from way of Carolina. Tyree will change the play at the line. 4 receivers set. Looks to throw. That one tipped away. Al Clint got a hand to it and was able to put that one down. Clint had an interception last week when Oklahoma City played Tulsa, and he was almost able to bat that one right back into his own hands. If you're just joining us, the weather is 26 and flurrying.
Second and 10 from Sparrows, 44 yards.
The ice and snow on the turf, making the playing conditions a little bit different, but we're going to trudge through it as well as the players are too. Tyree, handoff. Redford breaks off after contact. A good 6-yard run there. The Renegades defense only allowed 56 yards via the ground last week. This week, they already have given up 5 there on a big carry there by Redford. They will fake it to him again. Tyree after the play action, incomplete. That one was intended for J.J. McGee, the tight end. It was number 97, Mandrake Perp, the defensive end, who was in the area. And now, Sioux Falls will have to punt. We talked about how on third down, that's when these two teams are going to have to make their marks. Both had low third down percentages last week. Sioux Falls was at 46, the winner. Oklahoma City only had 23. The key here, though, is that both defenses allowed under 30%. Sioux Falls only let up 25% of their third down attempts to the team that they were playing, Houston, and Oklahoma City only let Tulsa get 28% of their attempts. So that is going to kind of be the key down for this drive, as Oklahoma City will start out at the 20. So far, the third down defense is doing really well for both of these teams. $7:29 in the first, 0-0. Let's go ahead and read through our chat and make sure we get our participants some shout-outs. AJ Levy, DF, WEFL, Dion Hawkins, Jason McGee, Luis Latour, Michael Irvine is here, Robert Wright, Cameron Irvine, Sonic002, and Volcano Tristan Carr as Deacon Nickens hits his man on the outside. A nice catch and grab to the 39. That's a 1st and 10, as I believe he was able to find Stephen Bush. The snow making, Stephen Bush out of the backfield. The tackle is credited to Chris Dodd, the free safety who came over on the coverage. That's a good play to see out of Deacon Nickens early in this game. Tyree's 1 for 4. That was his first completion of the day. Nickens to throw. That one is caught by Jalen Hurt, and he will step out after picking up a yard. That was the second completion for Nickens. That was the first time the tight end was hit. Tiberius Bovine last week, 7 catches, 99 yards. Jason McGee talked about on the defensive side. That's kind of the guy they're keying to. They want to make sure that Tiberius Bovine doesn't get more yards than he needs to from Deacon Nickens. Zooming in here, it'll be 2nd and 9, Nickens checks down right side. That one is caught. Sliding towards the first down, unable to get there. Deezer Powell is going to be stopped 1 yard short. That'll make it 3rd and manageable for the Renegades. Here's the time that you'd like to rely on Donk Bonkers, but with 2 attempts and only 4 yards, you'd like to see a little bit more action out of him here with the 3rd and short yardage. From the 48, not yet in field goal range. Going to need a couple more first downs to get there, and in these conditions, you'll take any points you can get. Nickens, handoff out of the gun to Bonkers. Bonkers drives forward, pushes the legs, and picks up the first down. The third down defense was something we wanted to see out of these Renegades, and that was something that Donk Bonkers went to work with there and was able to make happen. Nickens with the single back formation from the 49 will give it to Bonkers. Bonkers stuffed in the backfield and taken down, unable to get any further. He will lose 2 yards, and a nice tackle there by Nick Fargo. Nick Fargo used to play in Carolina. Shann Varner was supposed to be on with me on the call. Used to play defensive end in Carolina, took a season off, and we're glad to see him back in the league this year. Hopefully, he will be able to stay active. Nickens throwing that one incomplete right through the hands of Deezer Powell, who was unable to bring that one down. Powell there was, it was a pretty good throw from my opinion. Adam Okoye was in the coverage, a great cornerback for the Sparrows, longtime member of the SFL. But if you're Deezer Powell, you want to come down with that one. Shotgun look on 3rd and long. Nickens wants it all in the middle. Got it. It's going to be close. I thought that Stephen Bush might have been able to get over that first down marker. The yellow marker is not official. It's just a TV marker. The refs are going to spot him a yard short, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Michael Irvine pull out the red flag. They're going to keep the offense on the field. A little bit of a gambler move for the Renegades. 4th and 1. Donk Bonkers has not necessarily been the carrying threat, but they will take the snap and give it to him, and he's shut down in the backfield. A huge defensive stand there. Number 99, Levant Irvine, comes in. That might have been some family damage there as the outside linebacker was able to penetrate into the backfield and make the play. So 1st and 10, the Sioux Falls Sparrows take over. Tyree 3 for 4, 11 on the game. That one is a handoff, and Redford is able to pick up 2.
Number 25, credited with the tackle. Second and 8, ball at the 44-yard line.
It's going to be 2nd and 8 from the 44. A little bit over 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Fake handoff to the fullback. They'll give it to Redford off the left side, and he's able to pick up 2 more.
Third and 5 from your Sparrows, 47-yard line.
Handoff, Redford, left side is going to be stuffed down, and that will bring up 4th down. I'm surprised to see them run there on 3rd and about middle yardage. You'd assume that they would give the ball to Tyree to throw.
Your Sparrows are back to punt. Number 17 is deep to receive.
Don't let him get that point.
Punt is away, and Oklahoma City will take back over after that turnover on downs. They will start at their own 22. So it'll be 1st and 10. Renegades take over now. Empty drives. It's 0-0 here late in the first quarter. Nickens, hands off. Bonkers, right side, got a little bit of room. And he will break through for a 4-yard carry before being smacked down. A nice tackle there in the open field by Marcellus Morton, who was on the chase.
Second and 6.
2nd and 6 from the 26. We are nearing the end of the first quarter. Nickens to throw, wants it all, going long. Got him across the middle of the field. A first down grab. It's Deezer Powell again. Powell has been active today. A nice grab there. That'll be his third catch. And despite that drop, Powell makes up for it a little bit there with a huge catch to put Oklahoma City at their own 47, threatening near midfield again. Handoff, counter play. They're drawing the tackles, and Bonkers is able to pick up 3. The Sparrows were fooled for a moment, but not long enough. Second and 7 at midfield. Snap back, Nickens to throw, wants it left side, tipped and incomplete. A nice defensive play there by Adam Okoye. Powell seems to be the man in the game plan for Oklahoma City this week. Lots of targets heading to him. And now it'll be 3rd and 7. They got to figure out how to get across the midfield stripe. Nickens, short drop, check down, caught. There's a flag on the play, though. Jalen Hurt hauls it in. Might be interference here.
Pass interference, number 99.
That one will go against the defense. The Sparrows crowd is not a fan of that one. But it'll mean a first down for the Renegades either way, whether you take the penalty or not. A nice grab by Jalen Hurt in the middle, despite getting interfered with. He's able to haul it in. First down, Oklahoma City. Handoff, Bonkers, no gain. Fargo active so far here in this game. 1 tackles for loss. Nickens under center. 2nd and 10. They'll give to Bonkers, and he's shut down in the backfield. Marcellus Morton tackle for loss, number 2 on the day. And that'll make it 3rd and long. Nickens, long toss, caught, conversion, Oklahoma City. I believe that was Tiberius Bovine hauling in his first catch on the left side corner route, and he hauled it in beautifully right in front of Alex Parker, the inside linebacker. All knotted up at 0, and when we return to the SFL presented by APM Music on YouTube. Nickens is 8 for 12 with 79 yards. Dunk Bonkers, 9 carries, 9 yards. He's going to angle himself to the right and get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more, so 10 yards, 9 carries, as Alex Parker shuts him down on that one. Nice recovery by Parker. He lets off the big catch to Bovine there and was able to make the stop there in order to make it a 2nd and long here for the Renegades. 2nd and 10. Nickens fires left side, caught down to the 2-yard line. A huge grab by Deezer Powell. His 3rd catch of the day. Deezer Powell hauls that one in. A nice corner route here. And he's working on Okoye, and a one-handed snag as Okoye and A.J. Levy put him down to the turf. And the Renegades have the first chance to score here from the 2. Donk Bonkers had a touchdown last week. 55 yards last week, but it will be Nickens back of the end zone, incomplete. Trying to drag the feet. That was Stephen Bush. Summers was in coverage as the snow continues to fall here in South Dakota. Nickens through on first down. It's now 2nd and goal. 5 down linemen for the Sparrows. 7 in the box. They'll give it to Bonkers. Bonkers up the gut for the goal line. They're not going to give it to him. They're going to say he's short. Zeke Zimmerman let him up, or piled him up there. They're going to say he went down at the 1. Off. Bonkers shut down in the backfield, and Oklahoma City is going to come up empty. Johnny Summers breaks through and makes the play, and now the Renegades will have to settle for a field goal, which is not guaranteed in these sloppy conditions. Field goal unit is in to kick. Snaps down, the hold is on the 10. It was a little delayed on the kick, but it is good from 20 yards out. The Renegades take a 3-0 lead, and we are going to pause for identification here on the SFL Network.
Don't miss the SFL podcast every Saturday night at 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern on Twitch before the league's weekend slate gets kicked off. Join me, Mighty RX, defending champion team owner Ramos Lynn, and our host, Jack Brown, to break down all the headlines in the SFL. Jack, yeah, I know we gotta move on. Calm down. See you there, everybody.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Sparrows. Down by 3. Tyree will give it to Redford up the middle. Had plenty of room. He's going to pick up 7. Nice carry by Redford. Is going to set him up for 2nd and short, which is something that you love to see when your team is doing poorly on 3rd down. Redford now 7 attempts, 16 yards. That is 2.3 yards per carry. That one helping out a lot. 2nd and 3. They are going to go power to the left side. Redford is stood up and dropped in the backfield. Al Clint was the one who brought him down. Third and 5. Oklahoma City trying to get the Sparrows off the field. Snap back, there's a flag. I believe it was offside. Redford shakes a tackle and is able to pick up the 1st down. We're going to have to check the flag. But Redford, a huge effort, and he's able to move the chains for the Sparrows, and the crowd is loving it. So the neutral zone infraction will definitely give the Sparrows a 1st down, whether they're going to take the running yards or not. And a new set of downs for Sioux Falls, who is down by 3, need to recover as the first quarter came to a finish with no points. Now, in the second, the Renegades have picked up a field goal. Tyree under center. 2 receivers split out. I formation. 7-man in the box for the Renegades. They'll still hand it off to Redford. Redford shakes a tackle left side. He's going to pick up 7. Another nice carry as Robert Redford is averaging 2.7. 25 yards on 10 attempts for Robert Redford, who so far is doing solid. 2.5 yards per carry through the first 2 quarters of play. They're going to look to keep him going with the snow on the ground, and Tyree and Nickens are having trouble kind of finding their receivers. Another handoff. Redford left side. Redford with blockers down the left sideline, and he'll get pushed out of the 32. Huge run by Robert Redford here. There's a nice shot of somebody's pants. Redford with escorts down the left sideline, and it looks like one of the linemen outran Redford there. 75 could have made one of those blocks on either Clint or the other tackler, and it might have sprung Redford for more. Instead, it's going to set the Sparrows up for 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Tyree check down. That's a completion to Redford. He's going to lose 3. Tackle for loss there is going to go to number 25. That's Burt Macklin, the free safety, coming up to make the play. Or excuse me, Elvis Schumacher. Apparently they have 2 number 25s on the Renegades. They're going to have to get that number change fixed. That or my sheet's wrong. One of the two. Either way, 2nd and 13. Tyree is the lone man in the shotgun. 4 men in the box. The Renegades will blitz all 4 of them. Tyree, check down play. That's a nice completion there. And I believe that's going to be a late hit penalty, as it was number 15, A.J. Warren, who brought in the completion. And I think Al Clint might have jumped on him late. Excuse me, that was Eric Sutton who jumped on late. The crowd in Sioux Falls wanted the penalty. They did get it. And that will push them forward. See, right here, he just dove. I don't know. That was pretty close. I think that was kind of a bang-bang play. I don't know if I would have thrown the flag. But they will go ahead and give it to him. And now Sioux Falls is set up at the 14 with great field position. Snap back, Tyree, check down, left side, that is caught. That's a 4-yard pickup for Michael Moore. So the Sparrows moving the ball methodically here, not any huge plays, but they are picking up the yards they need to in order to get now into field goal range, and they're going to try and punch it in here. 2nd and 6, they can pick up the 1st down without getting in the end zone, but they are here in the red zone. They had with a touchdown on the ground, and that one for Redford is going to lose 2. Last week they had a rushing touchdown and a passing touchdown. 210 yards through the air, 143 on the ground for 18 first downs against Houston, and now they're going to try and pick up something here on 3rd and 8. Tyree spreads 5 receivers wide. 1 linebacker in for the Renegades. He will back up in coverage. Tyree, good pocket, throws right side, picked off! Number 31! Al Clint picks up his 2nd interception of the year and takes away points from the Sparrows as he silences the crowd. Corner route, Clint reads it well. Harrelson was open right there on the slant. It was kind of a rub route where the 2 receivers were crossing. Might have been a 50 AZ cross. And the receiver coming in on the post was wide open, but Tyree fired it too early. And Al Clint takes advantage, and Oklahoma City takes the ball back at the 20. Blitz coming from the Sparrows. Bonkers, left side. Bonkers in some space. Spin move. He's able to pick up 8. A punishing run from Donk Bonkers. Score update in the SFL. Carolina is now up 7-0 over the Mexico City Aztecs. as well as the San Antonio Vaqueros are up 3-0 over the San Francisco Sharks. 2nd and 2, they'll give it to Bonkers up the gut. Bonkers with room. Bonkers with blockers. A.J. Levy drags him down at the 46. Doug Bonkers is making the Sparrows defense pay. And that's a nice run up the middle. Maybe a little bit of holding there in the backfield as they were double teaming Alex Parker.
Let's go.
But the refs don't call it, and therefore it does not stand. Oklahoma City only 55 rushing yards last week in the game. Doug Bonkers is already up to 35. Nickens checks, fires, throws, incomplete, batted away by Alex Parker, who's been all over the field tonight. And now Deacon Nickens has 8 completions. On 14 throws. His leading receiver is Deezer Powell, 3 receptions, 68 yards. Stephen Bush is the next largest receiver with only 2 catches and 28 yards. Nickens throws the out route, and it's caught. That's going to be a 4-yard pickup. Nickens has 115 yards total as he hits that one to Stephen Bush. Third and 6. Last week, the Renegades had only 23% conversion rate on 3rd down. They're going to try here from midfield to pick up this one. Sioux Falls loading the box, showing blitz. They'll only bring 4. Nickens fires, caught. Stephen Bush down to the 31. A punishing throw as Sioux Falls crowded the line, and Nickens takes advantage of the open secondary. Right over the hands of Alex Parker. A.J. Levy makes the tackle, along with number 49, Chris Dodd. Twins formation from the 31. They're going to want about 5 more yards to make this a comfortable field goal attempt. Nickens wants it all, and he's got it! Stephen Bush, a huge grab across the 11-yard line, and that is where the Renegades have a new set of downs. And he got punished for it. Another crossing route that looks like the same one that Sioux Falls ran in the end zone. They hit the post instead of the corner route this time, and that is good for a 1st down. Deacon Nickens has not thrown a touchdown all season. From the 11, he fires into the end zone. Oh, through the hands, it was dropped. Deezer Powell was unable to get his hands on it and robs Deacon Nickens of his first career touchdown pass. 2:21 to play in the half. 2nd and 10. Nickens to throw. Out route. Contested catch. It's made. A 9-yard pickup there for Stephen Bush. And from the 2, it'll be 3rd and 1. That will take us to the 2-minute warning. 3-0 Oklahoma City, and they're threatening. Had a look at Michael Irvine there, one of the older owners of the league. All-time record 38 and 55. And he has 1 all-time win over the Sparrows. They are 1-3 against Sioux Falls. On 3rd and 1. They will give it to Bonkers, and he's cut down in the backfield. Huge play by Sioux Falls to answer. Lennox Sanders brings him down. So now another field goal attempt for the Renegades. They will let all the time seep out of this clock before kicking it, trying to take away time from Julian Tyree. The kick is through, and we will pause 30 seconds for identification here on the SFL Network.
Join the world's fastest growing sim football community by jumping onto our Discord server. Use the Discord command in chat to keep up with schedules, news, notes, announcements, and polls. Jump off the sidelines and into the action, here where we're loading legends at the SFL.
Good field position here for Sioux Falls out of the gate, starting at their own 30-yard line. And they will try and come back, still in this ball game. A touchdown would put them in the lead, as only field goals we have seen so far. The Sparrows, 2 men in the backfield, 3 receivers split out. 6 men in the box for the Renegades. And they will give it to Redford, who breaks through a tackle and is piled up after a gain of 2. And now Sioux Falls is going to go hurry up. News here from the SFL. San Antonio has added to their lead, now 10-0 over the Sharks. Another handoff to Redford. He'll go back a yard, and Sioux Falls will burn their first timeout with 54 seconds left. And I don't agree with taking that timeout. The last thing you want to do is give Oklahoma City another possession here. And they have all 3 of their timeouts left. Third and 9. Tyree in the shotgun. 5 receivers spread out. Oklahoma City will bring 4. Tyree hits his man. Caught. That's going to be close. They'll say 4th and 1. Sean Harrelson was trying to get the first down marker, and that one might be worth a challenge. Game-changing decision. Harrelson went out of bounds, so the clock stops. And Sioux Falls looks content with punting it, and I don't know if I would be if I were them. Oh yeah, punter. I'm coming. I'm blocking this. 49 seconds left. 3 timeouts for the Renegades, and Sioux Falls will punt it back. Down by 6. Renegades are going to get the ball. And 2 moves, and they will shake their way to the 25. 40 seconds now. And a 1st and 10 for Oklahoma City. Nickens so far, 12 of 19, 173 yards. Stephen Bush has become his leading receiver with 6 catches and 90 yards. And they will give it to Donk Bonkers on first down. Bonkers right side, going to pick up a yard. Clock's going to roll, and Oklahoma City looks content with taking this lead to the halftime break. They will probably get one more playoff. Nickens under center, 2 receivers split out, both tight ends on the line. He will throw. Stumbles a little bit. Checks down to the out route. That is caught. Fumbled. Ball is on the turf. It's underneath of A.J. Levy, and it's finally scooped up by Sioux Falls, I believe. We're going to have to check who has the ball. Tiberius Bovine straddling the sidelines. Looks like he might have been out of bounds. The ball gets pinned under A.J. Levy, and then it's finally scooped up by Adam Okoye, who rushes in. And Sioux Falls has a chance to put some points on the board with 1 second left on the clock. Unbelievable play. Tiberius Bovine, for all the years he's been in the league, should have probably just stepped out of bounds there. Instead, it'll be a 46 to 7-yard kick. Snap back. The kick is away. And it is good. Sioux Falls is on the board. Sammy Prefontaine boots it through. And Sioux Falls is on the board, now only down by 3. It is 6 to 3 heading into the halftime break. Returning now to Liberty Park in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. The snow continues to fall. Weather continues to be a factor. 26 degrees and flurrying here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I am Andy Hamilton. Welcome back to the second half of action. The Renegades lead the Sparrows. Sparrows get the ball back, and they put points on the board on the last possession and the last second of the first half, kicking a field goal to put themselves on the board. And now the return by Michael Moore off the right side is a good one. He's into the open field. Is anyone going to catch Michael Moore down the right sideline? No. Chalk it up. Touchdown, Sioux Falls. And that is a huge way to welcome yourself back to the game. Michael Moore takes the kick return down the right sideline. A huge touchdown. Once he's into the open space, there was no one who could catch him down that right sideline. And despite the snow and ice, he is able to find his way into the warm area that is the end zone. Jason McGee, they used to have a great return man in Jace Jefferson. He left for Dallas. A.J. Levy, I believe, was the run returning kicks last year, and they might have found another man in Michael Moore who takes that one down the right sideline. We'll be back after this message from the SFL.
Want to do what I do? Contact me in a DM on Discord to find out how you can get involved with streaming live games, calling games, or breaking them down on the air with our broadcast team. Or help make our production even better by joining our new live stats team, helping our broadcasters shine brighter. We are hashtag Loading Legends in the SFL.
And we are back here. The Renegades return will go to the 34. And that is where they will pick up shop now. Down by 4 going into their last possession of the first drive. They were up 6-0. Sioux Falls is on a 10-0 run here in the last 16 seconds of play. Unbelievable from the Sioux Falls Sparrows. Defense and special teams getting involved. And now the Renegades will have to match it on offense. Donk Bonkers right side. He's able to pick up 7. A good chunk run there as Levant Irvine makes the tackle. The chat is telling me the kicker slipped on the kickoff, so that is a very interesting development as the weather here in Sioux Falls continues to be a factor. Lots of snow on the ground. At halftime, they shoveled off the yard lines, as you can probably see a little bit, but the snow is covering it quickly. Nickens, second and manageable here, second and short. That is a playmaker's favorite down and distance. Nickens checks right side, off the hands and incomplete. Looking for Jalen Hurt. Those cold hands are a little bit hard to catch with. Kind of freeze over, kind of a little bit like stone, and there you see what they typically call the stone hands. News from the SFL, Mexico City is down now 10-0 as Carolina continues their winnings. San Francisco is on the board, 10-7 against the Vaqueros. This handoff is not going to pick up the first down. Donk Bonkers is going to end up a few inches short. A nice open field tackle. Levant Irvine is able to stuff him, and Oklahoma City is going to have to kick it away. Bonkers, 18 carries, 39 yards. And that will force the Renegades into a punting situation as they will kick it away here with 9:35 left in the third quarter. Michael Moore is probably pretty tired from that kick return. He'll bring that one out to the 24. And the Sioux Falls offense will re-enter the field. No points for them, despite being up 10-6. Not something you'd usually discuss here. Julian Tyree under center, 3 receivers and a split back formation. Tyree will take it back, a delayed run, and he's got the first down. Great carry, great awareness by Julian Tyree on the run right up the middle. The defensive ends and the defense kind of spread out to the right and left side, and Tyree just took the ball through the open space and was able to pick up 10. Four receivers split out. Tyree under center. He will throw. Short drop, quick throw, right side, caught, and that is a 7-yard pickup there. I believe that is J.J. McGee, the tight end, who hauls in another catch, his second of the day. And second and short, like we talked about, a playmaker's dream, as the defense is assuming you're going to run, and you can really throw it over the top if you want. 34 yards for Julian Tyree. 5 of 9 with one interception, excuse me. Tyree checks down, left side. Redford is able to pick up the first down to the 48 on the nice little screen pass. Just kind of checks out here in the backfield, one-handed catch, and he's able to gain the outside there. The deep safety, Al Clint, coming up to make the tackle. Or excuse me, that's Burt Macklin. My fault. And now it'll be 1st and 10 from the 48, breaking into Oklahoma City territory. This is kind of good to see the offense moving for Sioux Falls, considering that all of their points have come from defense and special teams. If you're a Sioux Falls fan, you like seeing how Tyree's commanding the offense now. He will pitch it left side for Redford. Redford shut down, not able to get anything more than the line of scrimmage. A nice open field tackle there by Burt Macklin.
Second and 10 from the Renegades, 48 yards.
Tyree looking to throw, fires, left side, open man, down the left-hand sideline, into the end zone. It is Michael Morgan who has his second all-purpose touchdown of the game. Caught me by surprise a little bit, running the slant route. He was working on Von Sanuk, the cornerback, and he's able to find his way into the end zone, and the Sparrows are now on a 16-0 run since the end of the first half, excuse me. Now the kicker on. He is perfect on the day. Kick is up and good, and now it will be on the Oklahoma City Renegades in order to answer. Deacon Nickens is 12 of 20 today, so a little bit over 50% with 1 interception, 172 yards. Donk Bonkers, 18 carries, 39 yards so far. The leading receiver for Oklahoma City is Stephen Bush with 6 catches and 82 yards. The Sioux Falls defense has been all over the place, and they are going to try and keep the Renegades in check here at home. The return will have a huge tackle down at the 29. Decent return there from Brock Manley, the third-string receiver, and now Deacon Nickens will lead them back onto the field. Still not a passing touchdown of this season for Deacon Nickens. He's kind of struggled. He is a rookie, so we will give him a little bit more time. And with the player progression system, he will get better as the weeks go on, as long as he stays active. And on first down, he'll give it to Bonkers. Left side, open space. He's closed down and shut down after a 7-yard pickup. And that'll make it 2nd and 3.
7 on the play. Number 49, credited with the tackle.
Carolina now a 13-0 lead over Mexico City with 52 seconds to go left in the first half of that game. In our game, we have 7 minutes left to go in the third, and an offsides will give a free play to the Renegades. Bonkers will only pick up a yard, but don't count it. because I assume that the Renegades are going to pick up the 5 yards on the offsides play. It was number 98, Lennox Sanders, who jumped.
Neutral zone infraction. Number 98, defense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
The crowd doesn't like it, and I'm sure Jason McGee doesn't either, as the penalty pushes the drive forward for the Renegades. Oklahoma City down by 11 here in this contest. Time continues to roll. The snow continues to fall. Sioux Falls giving an interesting look on defense. They will only rush 4. Nickens fires. That one's batted away. Okoye was on the coverage, and it was Nick Fargo who got a hand to the ball. And now it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 41. 6.5 minutes to play here in the third. 4-3 look out of the Sparrows. 2 receivers split out. 1 halfback for the Renegades. Sparrows showing blitz from the outsides. They will bring it. And Bonkers gets shut down. Alex Parker on the outside making the tackle. Time continues to roll. It'll bring up a big 3rd and 10. Oklahoma City down by 11, wants to convert here. The Sparrows offense looked good on the last drive. Giving them the ball back could prove deadly. Empty set. Nickens fires. That one's nearly intercepted. Instead, it'll fall to the turf. Alex Parker, the deflection. And Sioux Falls is going to get the ball back. Dangerous throw there by Deacon Nickens. Already has a pick today. Snap back, the kick is away. And that is going to go into the hands of Michael Moore, who falls to the turf. So the Sparrows take over. Julian Tyree leading that touchdown drive, finding Michael Moore, who's able to make his way into the end zone. And now, with 5:50 left in the third, they will continue to try and pour the points on here at home. Tyree fires. That one batted away. A nice defensive play there by Burt Macklin, who's able to put the hand up. That's his first deflection. Al Clint, the strong safety, was the one who got the interception. As Julian Tyree now 8 completions, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and 82 yards on the day. Redford is 14 carries, 47 yards, so he's doing just a bit better than Donk Bonkers. Tyree will throw. The out route caught there. That's Michael Moore, who's able to pick up 5. He has 58 yards on the day with that 1 touchdown via the air, and he had 1 in the return game as well. And that is really the difference in today's ball game. Michael Moore. 3rd and 5. Sparrows give it to Redford. He's stood up and shut down in the backfield. A great stand by the Renegades defense as they are able to drive Robert Redford back. Vaughn Sanuk was in the backfield, and he takes down Robert Redford, and now the Sparrows will punt. Punt is away. The Renegades will return. Great hang time on this one. They will return across to midfield, and it's outstanding field position for the Renegades to try and get back into this game. 4:40 to go here in the third. Still plenty of time for Deacon Nickens to lead a comeback. Nickens firing. Check down right side. That is going to be caught and carried out of bounds by Bonkers at the 1. And now it'll be 2nd and 10. I thought that Bonkers might have lost a yard there. The refs are going to give him the fair spot. So at midfield, Nickens, a 7-step drop, checks down. That one's incomplete, right through the hands of Stephen Bush. Halftime in Carolina, Mexico City 7, Carolina 13. The Skyhawks lead. Both teams there 0-1, looking for their first win. Renegades are looking for their first win here in Sioux Falls. The Sparrows trying to stay undefeated at home. Nickens to throw on 3rd down. Out route, not going to get there. It's good for 4, but it is not good for a first down. And now Oklahoma City has a choice to make. With 4:28 left to go here in the 3rd, from the 46, you're not in field goal range, so you either got to go for it or punt. They will punt.
Here I come, punter. I'm coming. I'm gonna block the punt.
Snap was a little bit off to the left. The punter was able to corral it. He's going to try and pin them deep. It's going to bounce at the 2. Hauled in, but he rolls into the end zone. Unfortunate for Oklahoma City. You might have been able to say that he couldn't tell where he was on the field with all the snow that's compiled, as Ellis put a beautiful ball that backspun to the 2, and they were unable to haul it in. So from the 20, Tyree will lead the offense back onto the field. He has the lone passing touchdown of the game with 1 interception. 9 of 14 with 88 yards. They will give it to Redford, left side. Redford fights through 1 tackle, able to pick up 5 yards on his 16th carry. And there is a man down for, I believe, the Renegades. 17-6. Talk about these two teams' respect. The power rankings, both teams changed 4 spots from week 1 to week 2. Sioux Falls went up 4 to 6th in the power rankings. Oklahoma City fell to 15th from their spot at 11th. And that one will go nowhere as Robert Redford was dropped for a loss of at least 3. A nice tackle for loss there by number 91, Cole Irvine, the outside linebacker. Sioux Falls 1-0 on the year. Oklahoma City 0-1. Both teams trying to pick up much-needed early season wins. Tyree in the shotgun will throw. Right side out route. That is caught. Dragging the feet is number 15, A.J. Warren, who stays in bounds but was unable to find the first down marker, and it'll now be 4th and 3.
Let's go.
So the Sparrows will kick it back. And Oklahoma City's defense makes a stand. That is exactly what you want if you're Michael Irvine. The kick is up and away, and the Renegades will field it at the 40, or the 35, excuse me. They will get to the 43, and that is where the offense will set up shop as Deacon Nickens will lead them back out onto the field. 13 of 24, 1 interception, 172 yards. No passing touchdowns on the season. Well, maybe he had one last week. I can't remember exactly. Might be wrong there. 2 receivers to the top of the screen. They will give it to Bonkers on the right side into the open field. Bonkers is able to pick up 3. 2nd and 7. Nickens under center, closing in on midfield. 2 receivers now to the bottom of your screen. Nickens will throw. Good protection. Fires. Right side caught. That's going to be good for first down yardage. Jalen Hurt hauls it in. The tight end getting involved here. One of the tight ends we haven't heard from was Tiberius Bovine. Last week, he was all the rage for the Renegades. Bovine was so fine, as Michael Irvine would like to say. 7 catches, 99 yards. Only has the 1 catch today. Good for 24 yards. Nickens looking to throw. That one is caught across to the 31. That is Stephen Bush who's able to haul that one in. Bush is having quite the day himself. His 4th catch there, or 7th catch, excuse me. I was reading the wrong one. As Deacon Nickens fires a good slant route there, right in front of the cornerback, Nick Pop. Pop is the one on Sioux Falls with the interception. Nickens looking to stay away from him. The linebackers have been active in deflecting passes. Both Alex Parker and Nick Fargo have 2 deflected passes. Nickens fires. That is Bonkers, who's run out of bounds, and that'll be a loss of 2. As the throw was a little errant, Nick Fargo was the one who chased him down and shoved him out of bounds. Right in front there of Michael Irvine. Mexico City has added more points, 14-13 over Carolina. Nickens firing left side deep. That one's batted away, and I thought that was going to go for a big play, and Adam Okoye dove in at the last moment and was able to bat that one to the turf. That'll make this 3rd and long as him and Deezer Powell walk back and have a conversation. So now Nickens has to make something happen from the 33. It would be a 49, 50-yarder for the Renegades to try and make it a 1-possession game, but they're going to want to get a little bit closer, if not pick up the first down. 2 deep safeties for the Sparrows, 2 corners, 4-3 look. They'll back out of bring 4. Nickens moves in the pocket, throws on the run, caught, hurdling a man down the left sideline. Touchdown, Renegades. What a play. Jalen Hurt, the tight end, gets active. An unbelievable throw and catch. Nickens had to move in the pocket and throw on a little bit of a jump, and Jalen Hurt hurdles a man and is able to dive his way into the end zone for the touchdown. The Renegades strike on 3rd and long.
Number 3 is back for the point after. Lomax will hold the kick.
12-17. They can make it a 4-point game with this kick, which is up and good, and we will be right back.
The Simulation Football League is presented by APM Music and is the official theme music provider of the SFL. Listen to their Champions Will Rise soundtrack at apmmusic.com today and search through thousands of tracks to boost the quality of your stream just like us. APM Music, production music library, and custom music house.
Michael Moore gets plastered on the return, was taking it off the left side. Or excuse me, that was A.J. Warren back there returning the kick. Moore might be exhausted after the day that he has had. Now the offense comes back onto the field for Sioux Falls. Their lead has been shrunk to 4, and they're going to try and push it here to improve upon it. Otherwise, Oklahoma City might try and get back into this one. Fake the handoff. Tyree on play action. Fires, caught. First down yardage. A nice grab there by J.J. McGee. Similar QB numbers. Deacon Nickens there leading in the yardage despite that huge gain to J.J. McGee right there on first down. Play action, not something you see too much in the SFL, but a nice toss there right over. And you got to wonder if the snow is playing any effect on the defensive backs, not knowing where the ball is. Alaska at the half, 3-0 over Houston. a good quality game there. This Sioux Falls team beat Houston last week and are now trying to beat the Renegades, who lost to Tulsa. Tyree, good protection, fires, middle of the field. That one is a nice grab. Sean Harrelson, the former Carolina Skyhawk, moves the ball to the 29. Harrelson had a solid year in Carolina last year. He departs from the team in the SFL free agency this offseason, comes to Sioux Falls and is able to make a nice grab there in order to move the chains. He's had a solid day, 3 catches, 57 yards for him. Him and Tyree still building the connection that they could have together. Michael Moore, coming back from last season, doing a little bit better. Here's Redford on first down, is able to pick up 8. A huge carry from Redford as the time will tick off. That will probably end the third quarter. Sioux Falls 17, Oklahoma City 13. The Renegades trying to climb back in. Sioux Falls trying to silence them. Both teams looking for a little bit more from the run game. Robert Redford, 18 carries, 51 yards. Donk Bonkers, 21 carries, 49 yards. Both defenses very solid against the run, as that was one of our keys to the game, is that can Bonkers and Redford get going? Tyree, short drop, throwing, corner route, tipped and nearly brought in by J.J. McGee there. The generic tight end has been active for the Sparrows, but he was unable to haul that catch in there by the goal line, as Sioux Falls is threatening here, but has been unable to put the Renegades to bed. Oklahoma City showing some fight here at 0-1. Tyree, handoff, left side, Redford able to get the first down yardage, and more down all the way, as he has 61 yards on 20 carries. Between these two franchises, the Sioux Falls Sparrows lead the all-time record. 3-1 the Sparrows are, only 1 loss to Oklahoma City. And they're trying to improve that to 4-1 here, down all the way to the 14, as they are threatening the end zone here with 10.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Tyree spreads 2 receivers to the bottom of the screen. Redford, the lone man in the backfield. A 4-3 look out of the Renegades. They will bring 4. Tyree fires, middle of the field, caught for the goal line, not going to get there. It was a nice grab by J.J. McGee. He just couldn't really extend to get to the goal line, or the ref couldn't see it, one of the two. A nice throw and catch there. He was wide open across the middle, and he's able to extend to the 1, and now it might be Robert Redford's time to push this one in. 2 receivers spread out, 5 down linemen for the Renegades. Handoff, Redford extends right side, shut down in the backfield. A nice open field play there. Eric Sutton coming up, the cornerback, to make the play.
Let's go.
Sparrows fans hoping for more points here. Renegades hoping to hold them to 3 to keep it to 1 possession. 5 down linemen again for the Renegades. 2 receivers at the top of the screen. One of them is wide open if they ran a screen play. Handoff, Redford, and he is in. He will walk in, and a flag comes in late. That might be a late hit. Robert Redford scores, though. And it is a late hit. Sioux Falls will celebrate the touchdown in the snow. The fans love it either way. That might be enforced on the kickoff. We can't tell. But Sioux Falls takes a commanding lead here at home. What a drive, and able to cap it off for Jason McGee and the Sioux Falls Sparrows as Julian Tyree leads them down the field. And they give it to Robert Redford, who pounds it in from a yard out. That kick is up and good, and we will be back with the rest of this one. The Sparrows lead convincingly, a 2-possession game, but the Renegades have plenty of time to get back into it. Follow the SFL on Twitter at SimulationFL, on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels. You're already here, right? Might as well stay tuned. Get league updates on your phone while browsing the internet, and make sure you never miss a live broadcast. Thank you for supporting the SFL. The return will come out to the 23. That is where the Renegades will set up shop. Oklahoma City now down by 11. So a two-possession game, just barely two possessions. They need 8 and 3 or 2 touchdowns. Deacon Nickens, the one trying to lead them back into it. Sioux Falls, a lot of shifting on the defensive side, trying to confuse the rookie. Nickens moves in the pocket, throws the corner route, diving attempt, and that is going to be a catch. They're going to say that Stephen Bush was inbounds on that diving attempt. I don't know about that one. Let's take a look at the replay. Bush running a corner out there on Nick Pop. Diving attempt here. Does he get the foot inbounds? Great work by our camera team of staying with him. I don't know. And let's see if there's going to be a challenge flag thrown out. And there it is. Jason McGee is going to want to take a second look at this.
The Sparrows are challenging whether the pass
Updates from around the league while we look at this replay. Carolina has jumped back on top of Mexico City 20-14, and San Antonio has added more points, 20-7 over the Sparrows. He looks very clearly out to me, but then again, the refs have been known to disagree in games that I'm calling and on. All right, they're going to follow the rules this time. That one's out of bounds. Sioux Falls is going to keep their timeout, and it's going to be 2nd and 10. So another incompletion for Deacon Nickens. And from the 23, they will have to try again. It was a really good effort from Stephen Bush. I will give him that. Nickens is under center. Nickens will throw right side out route. That one is caught. The feeder in bounds. A spin move back in bounds by Stephen Bush, and a first down there. Quality play there by Stephen Bush, who's had a very good day. 8 catches. That's 107 yards as he surpasses the 100-yard mark. Clearly the leading receiver for the Renegades. He was not last week, so it's good to see Deacon Nickens find new targets for this Renegade offense. Short drop, pumps once. Nickens fires, tipped, bobbled around, and that one falls to the turf. Nearly everyone on the Sioux Falls defense had a chance at that one. Derek Pounds will return to the game after cramping a little bit. Get that man a banana. 2nd and 10. Nickens to throw. Tipped and incomplete. A nice job there by Alex Parker to put a hand to that one as the intended receiver, Stephen Bush, had a lot of space there. He was probably going to make that catch. And that forces the Renegades into a 3rd down, a big 3rd down here. Because giving the ball back to Sioux Falls very well could put this one away. Alaska now 10-0 over Houston in the 3rd as the Storm add points. Renegades trying to do the same. Nickens in the shotgun, fires across the middle. That one is a completion. Nice grab there by Deezer Powell in a lot of traffic. Might have been 3-man coverage. It was at least 2, but Powell was able to put both hands on it and bring it in these snowy conditions. Look at that. 3 Sparrows around him, if not 4. Deezer Powell with the strong hands. Moves the chains to midfield. So the Renegades need at least a field goal here. Time is on their side for the moment, but it is rolling. They will give it to Donk Bonkers. Bonkers is going to pick up 3. There's a running back comparison for you. Pretty close, pretty solid. Robert Redford, clearly the better running back today with 11 more yards and 1 touchdown. But both have been playing their hearts out. Nickens, 2nd and 7. He will dump it off, and that is incomplete through the hands of Tiberius Bovine. That man doesn't drop many. Third and 7 from the 47. They're going to need the 40-yard line in order to pick up the first down and move the chains. Third down has been the issue for both teams today. Sparrows bring 4. Short drop for Nickens. Sidearm throw. Caught! Foot in bounds. What a grab by Deezer Powell. Absolutely incredible. And he looks like he might be a little shaken up on the play, but it's worth it when you move those chains. And Jason McGee quick to the pocket again. First look, I thought he was in bounds, but we're going to have to take another one. Deezer Powell definitely made the catch. The question is, was the foot in bounds? He's past the marker, so that's good. There's the catch. There's the foot. And I'm going to say that's good, but then again, you know me and the refs. We don't always see eye to eye.
After review, the play stands. The pass was complete. The catch was made prior to going out of bounds.
They're going to rule in favor of the Renegades, so the Sparrows are going to lose their timeout now, only down to 2. And that is important here in the 4th, especially if Oklahoma City can get on the board here and add more points and try and get back into this one. Nickens doesn't like the call. Deezer Powell is correct. The fans don't like the call. But it's a first down for the Renegades no matter what. Handoff. Bonker shut down in the backfield. And that'll get the crowd back into it. Johnny Summers shuts him down. Sioux Falls defense all over the place. Nick Fargo has a tackle for loss. And they have at least 6 deflections and 1 pick. So that is an incredible outing for the Sioux Falls defense so far. Now 2nd and long. 7 men in the box. Nickens to throw. Quick drop, quick throw. That one nearly picked off. It was going to go the other way. Probably would have been a touchdown for Nick Fargo if he was able to corral it. Heading into next week, I know there will be a lot of empty spots in the SFL, so if you're looking to get involved with a team, this is the week to join and be active, as owners are going to look to start replacing the players who are just not cutting it this season. Nickens changes the play at the line on 3rd and long. 7:04 to play left here in the 4th. They might be able to get 2 possessions if they don't convert. Nickens pumps, checks down, tipped, and incomplete. The Sparrows defense stands as Nickens had to look for his 2nd man. He was looking for Stephen Bush once he finally threw it. He pumped once, wanted to go deep, but the coverage was too strong, and he had to check down to Stephen Bush, who could not make the play. And Nick Fargo actually came off of his man. He was guarding Jalen Hurt, who was simply standing still in the middle of the field. So it's 4th and 12 from the 39. It would be a 54-yarder from here, so Oklahoma City will punt. And with 6:58 and all 3 timeouts, they might be able to get the ball back, but they need a defensive stand. Kick is away, and that one will come down at the 12, and Michael Moore will go down at the 16, and that is where Sioux Falls will trudge back onto the field. So a decent punt, poor field position for Sioux Falls. They do not want to do what the Renegades did at the end of the first half and fumble the ball when Oklahoma City's in field goal range. So it's important for Tyree to tell his men in the huddle, make sure you hold on to the ball, whatever you do here. First down, 10 yards to go. Tyree, short drop, out route, caught. That's going to be good for 5. As Michael Moore was able to haul that one in. 63 yards receiving today. 1 touchdown via the air, 1 in the special teams. As the Sparrows lead 24-13. In control of this game with the ball, but they're going to want to pick up first downs in order to either make the Renegades use those timeouts or force a turnover. 8 men in the box for the Renegades right now. They're showing blitz. They will back out of it. The throw is made and caught down the middle of the field to the 34. A nice grab. And I believe that's the tight end who's been active all day, J.J. McGee. Tyree fakes the handoff. Beautiful play action. And he's able to find J.J. McGee, the tight end, right up the middle of the field, which that play has been working for them nearly all day. San Antonio continues to add it on, 23-7 over the Sharks, who are struggling. Tyree throws, middle of the field, caught! Sean Harrelson across the 50 to the 44. The Sparrows' passing game is working strong now. Julian Tyree, 14 of 21 with a touchdown and 170 yards. Excuse me, 200 yards. His rating now up to 96.3. Julian Tyree is balling. Play action again. Under pressure and down he'll go. That is a loss of 4 yards. A huge sack there, as that kind of shifts some momentum as Dante Okobe gets in the backfield and makes the play for the Renegades. It was just a little bit of a stunt there, it looked like. I don't think Oklahoma City brought more than 4, but they were able to get to Julian Tyree. So now 2nd and 16 from midfield. Check down. That is a short grab from Michael Moore for 2. And from the 48, they're going to need to get to the 34 in order to pick up the first down. The clock, though, is the enemy that they want to keep working on here as it continues to roll down to 4:45 and ticking. Oklahoma City would love a stop here, as it would give them the ball back without any more points going on the board. 4 down linemen for the Renegades, and they will bring 4. Tyree lofts one, tipped incomplete. That will stop the clock, and the Renegades will get the ball back. Al Clint was the one who batted it away with the karate chop. So Sioux Falls, Max Moholt will punt. And the Renegades, with 4.5 minutes left and all 3 timeouts, will get the ball. The question is, can Deacon Nickens, the rookie, lead them back into this ball game? This one will bounce at the 5, bounce at the 2, and go into the end zone. So the Renegades will start from the 20. Deacon Nickens, 21 completions on 40 attempts. 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 277 yards, and they need him now more than ever. 4.5 minutes to play, 3 timeouts for the Renegades, 2 timeouts for the Sparrows. 2 receivers split out, both tight ends on the line. Bonkers in the backfield, 4-3 look out of the Sparrows. Nickens checks down, Donk Bonkers shut down in the backfield. He is absolutely smacked by Adam Okoye. 2nd and 11, loss of 1 on the play. Nickens fires across the middle, caught! Tiberius Bovine picks up 9. That's only his 2nd catch of the day. Nickens moves in the pocket, dumps out to Bonkers, right side, bought the first down, and he is able to pick up 7 to the 35, and more importantly, gets out of bounds to save a timeout for the Renegades. For as little as Bonkers has done today, he has been a little bit effective in the passing game. He's 4 catches, and he's got 5 catches, for 9 yards, and 23 attempts for 48 yards. It's now 1st and 10. Nickens 7-step drop, stands in the pocket, lines it up, fires it long, tipped, incomplete. Adam Okoye on the coverage. Deezer Powell was the target. It was a good play, but an even better coverage from Adam Okoye. 2nd and 10. from the 35. Clock is stopped at 3:43. All 3 timeouts for the Renegades, but they got to continue to move the chains. Nickens to throw again. Under a little bit of pressure, heaves one, tipped, batted around, incomplete. Stephen Bush was the target. Now it's 3rd down. The crowd here in South Dakota waiting out the snow to see their team in black and yellow play. Nickens, 7-step drop, lines it up, fires, an absolute bullet, caught by Deezer Powell. Sioux Falls had him on the ropes, and Deacon Nickens looks right into the eye of the Tiger and fires a bullet to the right side. Powell able to extend, get 2-3 feet in bounds before Okoye tackles him into the snow. God, you just gotta love these all-pro football animations. That snow kicked up right as Powell hit the ground, which is not something you see in video games. 3:33 left in the 4th. From the 49, Nickens trying to put his team back in this one. It's an 11-point ball game. Nickens to throw. Check down. Bonkers. He is shut down. He loses a yard. I thought he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he was not. Nickens now 27 of 41. Looks to fire again. Check down. That is an incomplete pass. Bonkers was out of bounds. 27 of 49 for Deacon Nickens today. Last week he had 32 of 56, so Nickens clearly the guy who's passing the ball and controlling the offense here in Oklahoma City. They need to get Bonkers going more, not in today's contest necessarily, but next week as they face another 3rd and long here. Nickens got him out of it last time. Can he do it again? 5-step drop. Fires right side. Diving attempt, and it's caught. There is a flag, however. Jalen Hurt hauls it in the snow as the Renegade receivers are absolutely doing everything they can. And they're going to call pass interference here on Nick Fargo, the outside linebacker. So a 1st down play for the Renegades as Nickens fires another beautiful ball. That one a little bit of a floater, but it was right over the head of Nick Fargo. I didn't see the pass interference there. The refs probably saw more than I did, but on that replay, I saw nothing as Stephen Bush has eclipsed 100 yards on 9 catches. It's now 1st and 10 from the Sioux Falls 36. They need about 5 yards in order to make a field goal attempt. Nickens looked like he kind of jumped off, or false started. They won't call it. He's going to throw right side. There is the 6 yards that they were looking for. Now in field goal range with 3 minutes left to go. Nickens will hurry him up. Nickens trying to play the hard count game. He will take the snap. 5-step drop, and he's sacked out of field goal range. An absolutely clutch play from Lennox Sanders. And now they're going to have to hurry up on 3rd and long and try and get back into this one. Nickens throws on the run. Down the field, batted away. Alex Parker. And now it's decision time for Michael Irvine. A 50-yard attempt if you want it. Otherwise, you got to punt and pretty much concede here. They are going to line up for the field goal attempt. Wind was going southwest earlier in the game. It was heavy, too. 12 miles per hour. Flurries obviously flying as Johnny Omega tries here. Low snap, kick is away, up, and it is way short, no good. That was a bad snap there, and Omega could not get all of that one, as that fell way, way short there, barely hitting the goal line. So now the Renegades have to rely on their 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, as Redford is not necessarily the most intimidating running back today. They will fake the handoff. Tyree going to throw, and he makes his completion for 5 yards to number 89. That's Miles Portis, the backup tight end. Sioux Falls generic receivers actually doing work today. 5 catches, 80 yards for the generic receivers. That group of receivers leads the team. The next closest receiver is Michael Moore with 5 catches and 65 yards. As that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Sioux Falls up by 11. And Michael Irvine and the Renegades can't do much but wait. 2nd and 5. Oklahoma City trying to make a stand. You would have liked to have had less yards there on that first down play. Still able to get back into this one. Tyree fakes the handoff, fires across the middle, first down, completion. Oklahoma City has to use their first timeout, but that right there might have been the icing on the cake as Michael Moore makes the grab. I don't know if I would agree with throwing this late in the game, only up by 11, but Tyree is able to make it work to Michael Moore. Moore had to extend a little bit, but he was able to haul that one in. Tyree under center now. 2 receivers bottom of the screen. Time is stopped at 1:56. They will fake the handoff again. Another play action throw. That one is caught by Harrelson. Harrelson, a veteran move, but he falls out of bounds after picking up the first down. And now Oklahoma City doesn't need to spend a timeout as Sean Harrelson now ties Michael Moore for 78 yards. Tyree, 1st and 10 from the 24. Got to get the clock rolling here whether you add points or not. Tyree, play action, throwing right side. Sean Harrelson, no good, incomplete. I don't know if I agree with this. Oklahoma City has about a 16-point window where it's still a 2-possession game. So Sioux Falls is banking on getting a touchdown here in order to put this one away. Tyree throwing again. Check down to Redford. That's a good throw. I agree with that one, as Oklahoma City will take a timeout after Redford picks up a yard. That'll make it 3rd and 9 with 1:44 left to play. So a pivotal 3rd down here. A first down would ice the game, essentially, and make Oklahoma City use their last timeout. An incompletion would stop the clock and force Sioux Falls to kick the field goal. A run underneath of 9 yards would force a field goal attempt and Oklahoma City to use their final timeout. Sioux Falls in the driver's seat. Tyree will throw. Pumps once, looking for it all, right side. That one's picked off! Oklahoma City takes it back! And with 1 timeout, Eric Sutton has changed the face of this game. I cannot believe what I've seen. Tyree, questionable at throwing the ball, has thrown another fade interception in the red zone. That was the same play he threw the interception on in the end zone to keep points off the board earlier in the game. Eric Sutton now adds to Al Clint's interception, and from the 7, Oklahoma City will take over. 1:38 and 1 timeout. Check down, throw to Bonkers, gets the ball moving. Now Oklahoma City will go hurry up. 6 yards for Bonkers on that completion. All the star players for the Renegades are on the field, so that is a positive. And Deacon Nickens is flattened. A huge sack by Alex Parker takes Oklahoma City's final timeout off the board. Or excuse me, that was Johnny Summers. Nickens over 300 yards of passing offense, 29 completions on 52 passes. Nickens incomplete, hit as he threw. Marcellus Morton had the hurry up, and now Oklahoma City, with 1:20, will face a 4th down. Anything less than an 8-yard completion is going to end this game. Twins to the bottom of the screen. Bonkers is in the shotgun alone with Nickens. Nickens fires complete. That is a 1st down there. Stephen Bush is able to move the ball to the 22. Crowd silenced again as Nickens is able to convert on a long play. Nickens fires again. Another 1st down grab by Stephen Bush. Down all the way to the 37, a 15-yard completion there. Nickens hurries him to the line. Under a minute to play here. Check down. That is going to be, I believe, Donk Bonkers out of the backfield. Let's see where he relines up. No, that's the tight end, Jalen Hurt, who was able to haul that one in. Nickens to throw again from the 44. Fires, caught across midfield. A nice grab there by, I believe, Tiberius Bovine, and they will spike the ball with 26 seconds left to go at midfield. So it's not impossible, but not likely, as the Renegades are trying to get back into this one. Snow continues to fall here in South Dakota. If everything holds, the Sparrows will improve to 2-0. Renegades falling to 0-2. The all-time record for Jason McGee would go to 33-20. But Nickens is trying to change that. Fires right side, completion. And now they'll hurry up to the line. Deezer Powell with the completion catch. 14 seconds and going. Nickens takes the snap and spikes it with 11 as they're down to the 30. And I'm trying to think here. Touchdown on this play would take about 5 seconds. You'd have about 6. You'd have to kick the onside, recover it, and immediately kick the field goal. It might be worth sending the field goal unit out now. Instead, they will go for it, lining up for the Hail Mary, which works well for Deacon Nickens. Talking about God here, he's going to need a prayer. Nickens lines up, moves in the pocket, throws on the run. That one's out of bounds. 6 seconds left to go in the game, 3rd and 10. Nickens comes up a little wobbly after that play. A lot of pressure from Sioux Falls came on that play, and they were able to get to Nickens in the backfield. He had to throw on the run, which was not what you want to do on a Hail Mary. You want to be able to get a lot of loft under the ball. Playing for pride now, not really much time, as Sioux Falls is going to advance with the win, but they are going to try and keep points off the board. Time for another prayer from Deacon Nickens. 3 down on the line. Sioux Falls will bring an extra man, 4 in. Nickens lines up, fires, back right corner of the end zone. That one is not answered. The prayer will go unanswered. Oklahoma City will fall 13-24. Sparrows improve to 2-0. Renegades fall to 0-2. Thank you for watching the SFL Network, brought to you by APM Music.